Why don't you start us by telling something about yourself, a little background about you, and where have you been born and brought up?
Okay, great. So my name is Nagalakshmi Nagaraj. I'm currently a sophomore at Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce. I'm also a company secretary, executive exam candidate. I'm currently based out of Pune and I grew up in Bombay. I did my schooling from Ryan International Group of Schools. I'm an avid debater. I participate in a lot of Model United Nations case study competitions, guesstimates, and quiz challenges, to be more specific. And I'm a painter and I'm trained in Carnatic music as well. So I'm trying to, gain a lot more knowledge regarding, in the field of law, economics, public policy, and other related subjects or interdisciplinary studies.
Why did you choose to study commerce?
So basically, not every commerce student chooses to study commerce because BCom is a very general degree that every college student, every commerce student after their 12th grade chooses. But for me, commerce at Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce Pune is like a blend of all subjects, and I need it. So you learn subjects like accounting, finance, and banking. So I'm minoring in banking and finance as well. So you learn economics, you learn a lot of other subjects along with. So unlike other degrees like BA Economic Honors or BA Economics, where you actually study only economics, you study like various subjects of economics, you go in depth. But here you go in depth of all subjects. So which is really great.
So you have done a lot of projects in the public relations sector, right? How did you develop your interest in that?
So I've done a few projects there. I mean, I might not call myself an expert in it because I'm just a second year student. I've not done a lot of projects. So I've got some experience in the public relations sector. Firstly, I got my hand in those projects because I love talking to people. I love conversing with people who are like-minded, and working for a company or working for a project, you are actually sustaining that brand. You're creating a brand, you're managing that brand, and you're creating an identity for that company. And speaking to people is actually, considering my ambivert nature, I chose that. Also, I'm a public relations executive in our student run Alumni Connect cell of SCAC. So yes.
How was your experience with the Future CEOs program?
It was a phenomenal experience. So I learned a lot about corporate culture and how companies work. And in the Future CEOs program, the best part of being in it is solving Harvard Business School case studies. You actually get them and you solve them, and it's pretty cool. I really loved solving them, and I had a lot of fun during that sessions.
Can you tell us what do you think helped you get into TimShel for your internship?
So basically, TimShel is a leadership management consulting, boutique consulting firm, and the role and the organization both were like very exciting to me. When I got that application, I was like, wow, I should really apply for this. So the role was very, human resources. I thought I should actually try it because most of the first year students, try out human resources before they go to other, firms trying out at the role. Secondly, I always wanted to work for a consulting firm. Getting into consulting is my, one of the things that I, aim for. So getting into a consulting firm, working for it, and knowing the process, how it works, it's an amazing experience. And I was very interested in doing it. So I did.
One thing or that one takeaway from the Future CEOs program?
Okay, there are like a lot of takeaways, and I can't list so many things. So let me tell you some things that I took away from that program. Structuring your message and delivering it in a very short span of time. That is one of the biggest key takeaways I had during that program. So people have very less time. We should actually value people's time, and we should actually structure our message. We should consider ourselves important as well. Considering ourselves important, considering the person in front of us important, considering their time, we should actually structure the message, keep it short, sweet, crisp, and deliver it properly. And I, those elevator pitches, exercises and activities were really helpful for doing it. Apart from that, we were taught a lot about critical thinking, design thinking, which is also really helpful.
Now that half of the internships are offline and some of internships are online, what is your take on that? What do you think are the pros and cons of online or offline internships?
So basically, online internships really gives you a lot of flexibility while doing work, because as college students, we need a lot of flexibility today, considering all, big organizations preferring work from home. So working from home or working remotely is one of the best things. Flexibility is best. And secondly, I mean, what I feel a little vague about or a little bad about online internships is that sometimes you don't get that connection built between you and those employees, or you and your manager in an online relation, in an online internship. So, which is only possible in offline internships. So, yeah.
Is there any advice that you'd like to give to students who are just starting off with college?
So for currently incoming freshmen, as I just got through my first year of my college, I think that firstly enroll in Talerang's program, Talerang's Future CEOs programs. It's absolutely amazing. Getting internships, interning in organizations is an integral part of college, and I think every student should do it. Secondly, speak to people. Speaking to people by not being afraid is the only way to get through college, because we see a lot of people, we have a lot of crowd, and speaking to them will really help us. I got to know about Talerang from my senior because I spoke to him. I told him my, current future plans, my past, current career plans, my past career plans, and also my future plans. And I asked him, how do I approach about it? And then he told me about Talerang, and rest all went really well.
That's really.
And thirdly, take a note of your expenses. I mean, this is something very different from whatever we've discussed till now. Take a note of your expenses. Maintain a Google sheet or an Excel sheet. It's very important to know what you spend and know what you receive. All the best for all incoming freshmen.